Boing. That sounds like Call of Duty. That sounds like a slap or somebody who just punched a wall. Oh, here it goes. I need to get my glasses on before we start, or my secret identity will be revealed.
In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb & Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb & Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. It is I, the Trentonator.
Guys, welcome back to the Blockchain Brew Show, the most hydrated crypto community on YouTube.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe, smash that golden like button. Let's go, guys. Hit the subscribe bell right here. Ring a ding ding. I hear ring a ding ding. And you can find us over there on YouTube in a little bell in that corner, and over there on Kick and Rumble. We are already doing fantastic things over there, especially for those Kick and Rumble people. So if you want to follow us over there, you can do that. I don't know if it's a hurry or it's a bell on Kick, to be totally honest with you, but there's a thing. Guys, I got this shirt today. You can't read it, but it says, "I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious." Michael Scott from The Office. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But welcome in, everybody. What a day. We got Daily back. What's up, Daily? How you been, my friend?
Hey, Rashilo99, send in your prize money later tonight. I just got home, so.
It will be coming in the mail. If you guys missed it, we did a giveaway, and Rashilo was the winner, and we will be doing another one in 2 weeks? Next week?
No, next month. Because remember, we're not going to do it every 2 weeks. We're just going to stack them.
Yeah, but I thought we started this month, and then it goes into the middle of next month. That's when it happens.
Well, that would be 4 weeks. That wouldn't be 2 weeks. That would be like...
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, there'll be another one next month, guys. We'll start here pretty soon. What's up, Daniel Ghazi? You know, Trent. Hey, what's up, JJ CryptoCoin?
Yeah.
Going to get chili cheese fries. Oh, too bad, JJ. I would have thrown you on here and been like, hey.
Hey, I was in the comments on JJ's stream earlier, trolling about the old Slobbergate.
Slobbergate. You know. I was thinking about this today. If Daniel Kaufman comes in here.
Trump and Bubba.
Oh, that's all BS. That's not. You know that Daniel Kaufman, how he's been having issues with AVAX and Dash to AVAX, and he's like, I'm down here, I'm up here, I'm down here. You know what those files aren't going to be released, just so you know, JJ. That's all up to Pam Bondi. She can be DAC as much as she wants. It's not going to happen yet. It takes time. Don't worry. It'll come out all in good time. Nothing. Don't rush anything. But anyways, so Daniel Ghazi keeps on this issue train. He's jumping in between all these coins, right? And I was thinking about his strategy, and I was like, well, maybe he should get into this or that, try to time the bottom of these coins. And I was like, what he really should do is he should just stable up. He's already lost the money. Stable up, kind of keeps you in that safe spot. And then he doesn't like to try to time the bottom stuff Bryce doesn't give him, but rather than wait till we get that reversal and we get that confirmation. Now, you won't get the bottom to top gains, but if you can eyeball and be like, okay, we're in the reversal, you can get back in and then ride the wave up, instantly, almost instantly be in the green, depending on the time window, versus trying to hit that bottom. Catch that falling knife is really hard.
Right.
Trent, do you have any news, or I'm going to pull up the news?
I have a beer.
Oh, you do have beer. Oh, guys, just so you know, I'm not drinking. I'm just having water. I'll probably have water the next couple of days. I am doing a 3-day fast, so no beer. Get my stomach back down to normal size, and also get that total reset before Thanksgiving. That way I can splurge. All right,
yes, sir.
What do you got for us, Trent?
I've got another dead monk, because this thing freaking slapped yesterday. It was the first time I had it. So, on the bottom of the can, it says not dead yet. Why? Because the crypto bull run ain't dead yet.
On dying legs.
Yeah.
What's up, Base Philosophy Mom? DZ, welcome in.
This is coming in at 8.7%. Double dry hopped, hazy, double IPA.
Those chili fries sound really good when you're on a fast.
ASMR pop. And our poor, as opposed to the rich. If you're in crypto right now, you're the poor.
Raise the glass. Raise the glass. There you
go.
But
one day you'll be the rich. There you go.
Trey, have you ever been roofied?
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
I don't go to bars like that.
Well, I mean, you could happen. That probably happens at more nicer bars, because you know what they do is they roofie you and then they rob you. It's not that they were trying to do inappropriate things to you, Trent, but they were trying to take advantage of you. In other words,
you never know; they might want to.
Yeah.
The roofier's name might be Donald.
I don't think so. Oh, did you hear what he got today?
No.
Saudi Arabia prince agreed to give the U.S. $1 trillion. Hey, there's 5% of the debt deficit down already.
Dang.
Or 2.5% or whatever it is.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm gonna slap some news up there, Trent. Slap them news. Speak them words. Markets in the morning. We have Bitcoin recovery. Expected liquidity conditions change, but the U.S. macro remains a threat. That's like a BS article. I'm trying to cut out the BS articles for you guys. James Wynn goes all in on shorting Bitcoin after 12 liquidations in 12 hours. He's been going all in this is the real time, guys. He's been liquidated 12 times in 12 hours, but this time, this is the real time. This is how you know this article is BS. That's just bait narrative. 3 sold data points. I want to know about the XRP ETF trend. Do you know anything about that?
Well, there is one that's live.
Spot.
Yeah.
Does it not have like markets? Did I not hit markets? It should be like, here's what happened in crypto today, and I just don't see it. Wow, is today just a really boring news today, Trent?
Pretty much, but I do have the Crypto in America weekly newsletter.
Well, we might have to do that, because I don't even Cointelegraph didn't even write here's what's happening in the news today. Like,
yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and run through this while you look. So, guys, this is from Crypto in America, and it's partnered with Ellie Tourette. She's the one that got her start in crypto news coverage during the XRP the Ripple versus SEC case, covering the XRP lawsuit. And now she does an excellent job of really covering all things at the intersection of crypto and Washington, D.C. So here we go.
Hey, wait, Daniel, we talked about you, me and Trent, at the very beginning of the show. And I think I have a strategy for you that you may or may not like, but it may work for you where you can eliminate your losses. So, yes. Okay, Trent, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So, New Hampshire launches first Bitcoin-backed municipal bond. A $100 million Bitcoin conduit bond could pave the way for digital assets to enter the $140 trillion global debt market. New Hampshire just became the first state to approve a municipal bond backed by Bitcoin, a milestone that could pave the way for digital assets to enter the $140 trillion global debt market. On Monday, the state's business financing agency, the Business Finance Authority, approved a first-of-its-kind $100 million Bitcoin-backed conduit bond, letting companies borrow against over-collateralized Bitcoin held by a private custodian. While BFA is a state entity, the bond isn't backed by the state or taxpayers. Instead, BFA acts as a conduit, approving and overseeing the deal without taking on repayment risk, while investors are covered by Bitcoin held in custody by BitGo. 1 second, I need to lower the music just a tad.
You know, I listen to the shows too, Trent, and the music is not as loud as you think it is.
But I think 55 is better than 75.
No, what I mean, like, you can barely hear it when it's not on our end. Like, on our end, It's really loud. But when I play it later and I review it, I'm like, why is it not that loud?
Well, let us know what you guys like in the chat. There was a time where we had people asking for it to lower just a tad.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just hard of hearing.
So while investors are covered by Bitcoin held in custody by BitGo, the move comes just months after the Granite State became the first in the nation to allow its treasury to invest up to 5% of public funds in digital assets, creating the country's first strategic Bitcoin reserve. There you go. Governor Kelly Ayotte, who signed the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill into law in May, celebrated the milestone. I'm proud that New Hampshire is once again the first in the nation to embrace new technologies with this historic Bitcoin-backed bond, she said. This is an innovative way to bring more investment opportunities to our state and position us as a leader in digital finance without risking state funds or taxpayer dollars. How the bond works. Wave Digital Assets, working with Muni Bond Specialist Rosemar Management, designed the bond to bridge digital assets with traditional debt markets, using Bitcoin as collateral under the same rules that govern municipal and corporate bonds. GOP Representative Keith Amon, who introduced the state's Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill, said the bond is effectively a sandbox for testing how Bitcoin can function as high-grade collateral in government finance. The BFA is self-funded, so they can partner on this structure, prove out the concept, and eventually it could lead to a true state treasury-issued Bitcoin bond, Amon told Crypto in America. Under the proposed structure, the borrower will post about 160% of the bond's value in Bitcoin as collateral. If Bitcoin drops below roughly 130%, a liquidation mechanism ensures bondholders are made whole. Amon said this setup lets borrowers unlock capital without selling their Bitcoin or triggering a taxable event. According to a BFA executive director, James Key Wallace, fees from the bond transaction, along with any gains in the Bitcoin collateral, will flow into the Bitcoin Economic Development Fund, a program designed to support innovation, entrepreneurship, and business growth across the state. Backing the bond is top muni law firm Oric, which helped New Hampshire structure the deal. We are excited to support New Hampshire in launching the first municipal security backed by cryptocurrency, said Oren Mountain Spring, partner at Oric. This is a game changer for digital currency and municipal finance, opening the $140 trillion debt market to Bitcoin. Crypto-backed borrowing has existed in private markets for years, but never in U.S. municipal finance, a market traditionally defined by conservative risk profiles, stable collateral, and decades-old underwriting rules. If New Hampshire's model succeeds, it could set a blueprint for other states to follow. This isn't just one transaction, it's the opening of a new debt market, said Les Borsai, founder of the Wave Digital Assets. We believe this structure shows public and private sectors can collaborate to responsibly unlock the value of digital assets and digital asset reserves. And, the global market is valued at roughly, and this is talking about the bond market, guys. Like the bond market, we don't often realize is literally the largest market in the world. And bonds operate on debt. In case you didn't know this, I'm going to school you guys on something real quick. Who do you guys think the national debt is truly borrowed from? Right? So put a +1 in the chat if you think China. Put a +2 in the chat if you think, let's just say, a conglomerate of other countries. And put a +3 in the chat if you don't really know, but since I'm asking the question this way, it's not the first two. and then if you know the exact answer, just type it, and I'll sip my beer for a minute.
Another thing too, Trent. I found one of the news articles I wanted to cover too when we're all done.
Okay, so guys, the answer to that is that the national debt is borrowed from you and I, right? It's most of the debt. Well, I don't actually own any bonds, and probably neither do you, but the vast majority of the national borrowed from thin air. Yeah, that's more accurate, Daily. It's actually, the vast majority of the national debt is borrowed from bondholders. So it's actually borrowed from its own citizens, mostly. Those are the ones that are buying bonds. And yes, there's foreign investors in bonds as well. But there's a larger percentage of the debt than we tend to realize. It's actually just borrowed from ourselves. And how much bonds does the Federal Reserve hold on its balance sheet itself? And so it's literally is borrowing from itself. And like Daly said, it's literally borrowed from thin air. and because it's borrowed from thin air, it's literally the largest market in the world. And so what we're reading right here, I know it's verbose and kind of heavy, but like this is huge. New Hampshire just made the first stride in the ability to buy bonds using Bitcoin as collateral, right? And being able to borrow money to buy bonds. So you're buying bonds not with cash on your balance sheet, right? You're buying bonds not with cash on your balance sheet, but you're buying bonds with borrowed money backed by your Bitcoin. So, as this is really, really, really big stuff. And the whole nation is going to, he said from AI, the whole country is going to follow suit in time. The U.S. market alone is about $58.2 trillion, making it the world's largest fixed income market. Today, many crypto reserves sit idle like vaults instead of working as active financial tools. Orsai envisions issuers putting these reserves to work by earning yield, backing loans, and supporting economic projects, all with a fully regulated framework. Making this possible requires institutional participation, such as pension funds or retirement plans, taking carefully measured exposure to digital assets without increasing overall risk. The BFA Bitcoin-backed bond, he says, is a model for how crypto can safely integrate with traditional finance and help grow the economy. He added that institutional interest is likely to rise as bond ratings come through, paving the way for more products built on fixed income instruments and derivatives, not just ETFs, which have seen explosive growth on Wall Street over the past 2 years. So, guys, there you go. I really like this. I really like this weekly newsletter. It's something that you're not seeing a lot of other YouTubers, read out there. And yeah. That's other than the hydration. That's just one of the reasons why you come here to the Blockchain Brew Show.
Well, I was cracking up. So Tom Lee and Matt Hogan were talking about the market. I'm like, could they have picked? And I said, is it any worse of a picture for a Tom Lee and Matt Hogan? Like, he looks like a sappy seal. Like, he looks so sad.
That's crazy.
Frame that on. Look at his hair too. It's like all over the place. It's like, wow, what a dud of a photo. She's like, I actually look okay. Matt Hogan kind of looks a little bit of a. I don't know if he's ready for it. Like, I don't know if they hit start and he didn't realize they said start or something like that. He looks a little stiff. But Matt Hogan and Tom Lee both believe that we're not in a bear market. Bitcoin bottom the bottom's in. Bitcoin could hit a bottom as soon as this week, according to BitMine chairman Tom Lee and Bitwhite's assistant manager, chief executive officer Matt Hogan. As Bitcoin briefly dropped below 90,000, its lowest price in 7 months. During an interview on Monday with CNBC, Lee said crypto is suffering after the big liquidation event on October 10th. And traders are still nervous whether the U.S. Federal Reserve will cut rates in December. I think that's all creating this downside pressure, but I think the good news is there is no sign of exhaustion. I did speak with Tom DeMar and DeMar Analytics, and he thinks there are signs that would look like a bottom could be occurring sometime this week. Lee said. Hogan agreed that the bottom is incoming soon, and also added the current price levels present generational opportunity and a gift for long-term investors. Bitcoin briefly fell under 90,000 on Tuesday, according to CoinGecko, a price last seen in April. Earlier this week, crypto executives told Cointelegraph the recent weakness in the cryptocurrency markets was due to a combination of factors, including outflows, exchange-traded funds, long-term sales by whales, and escalating geopolitical tension. Well, there you guys go. I think that was pretty much it. Regulator clarifies U.S. banks can handle gas fees. That wasn't what I wanted. I was looking for Brian Armstrong talk about the Clarity Act. He is expecting the Clarity Act to come out in December.
Oh yeah, played a video on X.
Well, I don't.
You shared it.
I didn't share it. Did I share it?
Yeah. You shared it on our page.
Well, you know what? I did a lot of stuff today on X, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but we're having some good growth coming. Oh, I did share it. Okay.
And on the Republican side.
Okay, pause. Blow up. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Man, he looks handsome. What a good-looking dude. Man, I wish if I didn't have hair, that's exactly how I want to look like. No, I'd probably put some glasses on because glasses always seem to make people look smart for some reason. Well, she's thinking the same thing. She's going, man, that is a handsome or a tall man or a handsome tall man. Brian, look out.
Hey, hit us up sometime, Blunt Man, if you want to hop on the show sometime. You know, I know that. I don't know if you're still making videos over there, but hey, hit us up if you want to hop on. It'd be a good time.
Yeah, well, we had great meetings.
Oh, sorry. Ready?
Yes.
With the Democrats in the Senate and on the Republican side today. And the good news is that there's strong bipartisan support and will to get this market structure legislation done. It's important for America, and the 50 million Americans who've used crypto want to see it get done. And so one date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to get in the room together and work it out. And hopefully we'll see some draft text or get it out of committee by Thanksgiving. Yeah, well, we had
You know what's really interesting about this is I like Brian, and I actually think he's probably telling the truth that it's probably going to come out in December. But I listened to him go on to the Sean Ryan show, like, man, it must have been like 5 months ago, and he was talking
better than that because he went on after Charles.
It went on when I was doing a helper section, and I haven't done a helper section in a long time because of the overtime thing. Maybe it was 4 months ago. I don't know. It's been a while, right? So he said on there that what's her name? Not Kamala. She's another Democratic lady. Oh, her name's escaping me. She looks super, super old, darker skin. Kind of looks like this. Nah. What is her freaking name? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing
Kamala Harris.
No,
Maxine Waters.
Just like an older Kamala Harris.
Waters.
Who?
Maxine Waters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was all like, "Yeah, she was totally for the Genius Act." He's like, and he's like, "I explained crypto to her, and she's like, totally got it." I was like, "You know what? I'm going to donate some money to her." And so he donates money to her, and then it came down to the vote, and she voted against him. He just like listened to him, took his money. He's like, "Man, I thought she was on board." I'm like, "Hey, man, there's sharks out there, so you know." Them saying bipartisan and that they agree on a lot of stuff. I'm hoping that that's actually what it is.
Yeah.
Fly me out, and I'll come on the stream person LMAO. I wish.
One day.
You want to turn the music back on, Trent, and then I can zoom in. I guess I could just cover my favorite segment, and then we could jump into the charts. Go over Daniel Ghazi's Coin Dash and DZ's ALX and Bet, and any other coins come out. Guys, if you haven't already, we have a link in the description. No KYC, no VPN. You save 20% of your trading links for BitFi, guys. They're our exchange partner of choice. So check them out. And also, if you deposit $100, you can get a $60 bonus in your futures account. You can deposit $500, you get a $100 bonus there. You deposit $1,000, you get a $200 bonus, and you deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus in your trading account. I know it says the event ended November 15th, but we got it renewed, so the event is still here and it's still good. We also offer Coin M futures where you can trade in some of the top blue chips and can be paid in those top blue chips like Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, Cardano, XRP, Solana, etc. Etc. is not actually a coin. I'm just saying etc. because there's more than multiple coins, just so you guys know. And it helps supports the channel because we get little kickbacks on these trading fees. And then we just put it right back into the show. It's how we do some of the giveaways, how I was able to upgrade my mic. And, we're just trying to be blessed and give you guys a better experience in every way we can. Trent, do you happen to have the Discord pulled up?
Yes.
The BitFi signals. And also, guys, if you sign up with our link and join the Discord at the $2.99 right now, because Trent hasn't changed it yet, but it's supposed to be $10.99. You get access to our BitFi signals in the Discord. Let's go take a peek at some of them.
Yeah, so
you're put up a little bit, Trent.
Yeah, here in the Discord, like you're seeing there's Daily's beer today. You're seeing all of this stuff in the general chat, but then you're also getting, if you verify that you have a BYDFi account, you're getting access. Here's ICP. Hey, you were just saying this, so you're getting swing signals.
Heck yeah. ICP and then up.
ICP on me. and then you're getting market analysis, and you're getting scalp signals coming through every day. So, guys, people tend to pay pretty good for those kinds of signals. And as you see, you're getting an entry, a stop loss, and several take profits. And if you haven't developed the discipline of trading in a way where you let your stop loss and your take profit do the work for you, then this is the best way to this is a great way to build that discipline. So there you go.
It's a great way to make $100 million.
Trent, your conscience is getting really loud.
Everyone say hi to Molly.
Hi.
Oh, Molly's real. I thought that was your conscience the entire time.
I am not, in fact, single in my basement. I also
Well,
do
you're-
not have.
He's single in the upstairs.
I also do not have a basement. So
Yeah, you do. It's called your butt. Your basement's called your butt, Trent.
yeah. So, give me 1 second to feed my dog real quick, and while you chart, and I'll have that.
Okay, guys, should we go over Dash? Daniel Kaufman, if you're still here, you better say something because I'm only gonna go over it for you. And sometimes you tune out and then tune back in. I don't want to go over it twice. All right, where's ACLX? You said FET ACLX. Okay. FET AI. There it is. I knew I was in the ballpark. Go down to the monthly. I'm going to zoom out. Zoom out so we could zoom in. Yeah, that was a nasty wick down on FET. We are really far away from the 21, man. That's going to be a magnet that's going to pull us in that direction. Money flow still kind of slightly been pulling out. Strength is it's a smidget right there. It's slightly curved up. We have still high pressure to the downside, but the VWAP wants to flip around. Now the 2 week, we starting to get a doji candle for a trend reversal. We also have Jesus take the wheel pattern coming in with a hand, and a little head, and another hand. We also have the Stokes, RSI, and strength flipping, rolling over, or reversing, curving up. Stokes alone saying that this could be a good time to entry. Now the money flow still has been curving down, but maybe this is the bottom of this. Going to the weekly. Weekly, we do have BitBoy green dot, another green dot momentum to the upside. Money flow is still a little deep, but maybe this is the peak. If you're trying to catch that bottom, this could be a bottom like entry. Strength's a little flat plateau. Stokes are still low. BBSI lost a little pressure. We went from a 17 to a 10. It's predicting still that we're going to get another green candle, and this is just a fake out before we start continuation. The 3-day still shows us momentum going up. What's up, Blood Man? You can always trade with Hike and a sheet. Yeah, I do trade Hike and a sheet. Yes, I do. I love Hike and a sheet. And Crypto Face would say, so is the Japanese bloodline that created the original candles. Which I don't know what the original candles are called. Hollow candles? I don't know. What are they called? Just candles? Well, there you go. Stokes are low. Green. Strength want to curve up. We have the momentum still going for us. Doji candle trend reversal. The previous downtrend representing another. This is a fake down. Also would create a higher low, which would be good for us. We got to get above that 21, guys. That's where our price target's at. We'll zoom in to the daily. We do have a trigger wave coming in right now on FET with the anchor trigger wave coming in. That's a really good sign. Stokes are low, rolling over. Strength coming in good. View up, breaking up. I really like that. Really like that. 12 hours also looking good. We got to get above that 21, but it's saying that we have a good shot at pushing through right now. It's another thing interesting. This is the 50 and the 21-day moving average, and we're stuck in between them. We're looking like we might snap out of it, though. On the 4 hour, the 4 hour is not as nice as the longer term with FET because we have an anchor trigger wave to the downside. So it looks like we're gonna come down and probably retest off this 200, and that might be the final springboard for us to have that longer move as we are narrowing in on what is actually happening. So I hope you guys understood what I was saying right there. Also, it looks like the 200 on the 1 hour happens to be the 50-day. So there you guys go. Even on the 200 and the 15 minutes, still coming down a little lower. Last thing is the 21 still above the 200, which is that's a bullish outlook. All right, Daniel, you're here. Okay, I'll cover Dash, and then we'll cover the next one. The next token, ACLX. Dash. Dude, I don't know if Dash can get there by the end of November. I'm just not lying. One of my strategies I was talking about today, Daniel, is one of the things that you could do is you could stable up until we're in a trend reversal, how we were in a reversal right here going up. where when you buy the red, you know it's likely that we're going to bounce back up compared to going on a downtrend. You don't really know where the downtrend is going to end because you're trying to catch that falling knife. We keep getting these short little moves that are messing with your emotions, man. And crypto is really brutal like that. So if you wait till we get a clear move up, and then you know that, maybe a key and entry here because we have that reversal, that might be a better play for you. That's what I was just going to say earlier. Now, Dash on the monthly has a but if you buy high, less taxes you have to pay. At the rate you're going, you're not gonna have to pay any taxes, Daniel. We gotta keep you holding your bag. A bag going. We have a very strong wick on the monthly, very strong. Strength these. The monthly looks bullish, but it also gives me a little bit of false hope because I don't necessarily trust this wick. That seems interesting to me. The 2 weeks still shows that we have strength, but the VWAP's coming down, so we kind of have to hope this privacy narrative plays out. We don't have a 200 moving down the 2 week, so if we come down, we could come back down to $30. That's where the 21 and the 50 day are at. We have a little bit of price action on the weekly for the 200, and we could come down to $42. And we have a red dot on the momentum with the VWAP breaking down. And Stokes are high, strength coming down too. So the likelihood of us coming down to this level on the weekly time frame is more significant. Now the daily, we are in a bilateral triangle, or would you say this is more of a bullish pennant trend?
Well, I mean, those are similar things. It's just a symmetrical triangle really is just a bull pennant on a huge time frame. But yeah. So we are in some sort of consolidation right here, and this is a bilateral. It's a 50-50 that we break up or down. We're just kind of watching it spiral into its zone. Now the good news is, looks like they tried to push us down on the 12-hour, and they took their shot and missed. Now it's not confirmed, but they went from a 20 to a 12, which is a pretty good sign. We also come into the 21 and the 50, which is a good sign of a strong. I mean, not a good sign, but a strong support. I have not used that, but man.
I'm hoping in the next 12 hours, so in 8 hours from now, we make a trigger wave on the 12 hours, which will give us some sort of break. But that is basically what you're hoping for right now. And it looks like too, and you guys know how I feel about yellow X's. I don't like them at all. I usually get out of the way when there are yellow X's. That doesn't mean they play out every time, which we've also confirmed. But yellow X's are manipulation. So right now, there's some big whales probably playing around with some liquidity on the order books, trying to manipulate the price on the 4 hour. So now I'm thinking the 12-hour might not play out if there's manipulation going on the 4 hour. That's a danger zone for me. The 1 hour, it shows a lot of pressure to the downside, trying to push it below that 200, and it's hanging on to that 200 by a thread. Now we did fall below it one other time, and we came right back up, and now we could be falling down. Hopefully we can stay above the 200. I mean, there was manipulation in the 1 hour a couple of times, and that's what actually pushed us through it. So I really hope that 4 hour stronger signal holds on. Now, if we make a triple bottom, that's a good sign that we're going to get a rebound. I like that. I can take the triple bottom odds all day, all dang day. That's practically a W pattern, right, Trent?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at on Dash. I don't know if that even helped you at all. I'm going to say I'm leaning bearish. I would not get into this. Maybe you could be getting the bottom right now. You could be, but the problem is I just don't trust it, man. I think it could go lower. The 21's below the 200. If I saw the 21 get above it, I'd feel a lot better. If I saw the 21 be above the 50, I'd feel a lot better. I just don't see the sentiment of it going up. It could smash up. It could 200 by the end of the month. I hope it hits 300 by the end of the month for you. I don't see the path for it right now. Like Trent says a lot of times, where's the narrative coming behind for it to kind of give it a pump? Like Bitcoin, like what can push us any more down, with other things coming along the line? Like what is Dash doing? Like, is it just a utility? Who I heard a privacy coin today, Trent? That I heard that you can mine from your computer. Anybody can mine from the computer. And I hear a lot of people I don't listen to, but somebody told me that they pitch. It's called anyone. It's a new privacy token. Have you heard of that? I was gonna look into that today, actually. It's a new privacy coin, and I heard that is supposed to be the privacy coin, the one that's gonna beat them all.
Is it true Epstein funded some of the core Bitcoin devs?
I don't even know how you can prove that. But yet again, I also wouldn't be overly surprised because that guy had so much money and so much things.
Right.
But now
It
Bitcoin wasn't worth a lot then at that point. And if I feel like Epstein did, I feel like Trump would be a little bit more aware of what crypto was. And I have a feeling Epstein was too busy getting stuff under the table rather than buying Bitcoin. Like he didn't need the money. If he wanted Bitcoin, he could have just bought it himself or blackmailed the devs. You know?
Right. Like it could be true, but even if it was, it doesn't really. It has no bearing on what Bitcoin is. You know, Bitcoin is financial sovereignty for those that aren't sovereign. Like, you know, this is I have really strong feelings about this sort of thing because I do believe, you know, a lot of you guys know, I have another channel along with my wife and our friends where I'm going to be teaching through 150 chapters in the Bible, where the main theme of those chapters is the end times. And I do believe that the Antichrist world system is going to use crypto along with AI in order to seemingly eliminate poverty in the earth for a season. Access to money will not be a real issue for anyone, and then they are going to cast people out of that system who don't align with Antichrist worship. And so, what am I saying here? I'm saying that, you know, crypto is in a battle for ethics and philosophy, and it's in a battle for decentralization. Like, I don't think that Bitcoin is going to be the viable solution for that Antichrist system. It's too decentralized. Unless they take over all of the nodes, which could happen. But then still, even if that happens, then you're going to have some other emerging crypto, in my opinion, that remains decentralized. I'm hoping that's Cardano, because you know, you read Daniel chapter 11, and there's these kings of the East that resist the Antichrist. Well, they have to fund their own.
See you later, man. Take care.
Later.
Thank you for stopping in, brother.
Those countries have to fund their own operations somehow, and they have to fund it outside of the rest of the global system. So how else are they going to do that but crypto? And in the same fashion, how's the Antichrist going to restrict the system without crypto? So we're going to see crypto be used for extreme evil, and we're going to see it be we're going to also see it be a source of good. And you know, it's hey, we're make money off of whatever you want to trade right now, for sure. But there are days coming, I believe, where crypto is going to run head first into an ethics and decentralization dilemma, and
we'll probably lose. Oh
yeah,
I saw, we had two people over there on Twitch. Shout out to my Twitch homies, and then we got the X. I see you guys over there on X. What about Caspa? Only crypto to solve the trilemma, also created by Jewish people.
I don't think it's the only crypto to solve the trilemma. I really don't. I think that's overplayed, because the Algorand community says that about Algorand. The H-bar community says that about H-bar.
The Caspa's gonna die this year, so that's even worse. We don't have to worry about Caspa.
The Caspa
next Candina.
The Caspa community says that about Caspa. Cardano was out of that conversation until Hydra scaling came, and now I truly believe that Cardano best solves the trilemma, maybe alongside Algorand, but because of the decentralization aspect. Decentralization, scalability, and security is the trilemma, I think, right? And Cardano has, decentralization and security unlocked, but they didn't have scalability unlocked until Hydra came and made it possible for, 1 million transactions per second. So now I think that Cardano truly does solve the trilemma. I also think Algorand solves the trilemma. Honestly, I don't know whether Caspa does or not. It doesn't really. Number one, it doesn't matter to me if it does or not because I don't think it will last. Number two, I don't see how it solves the security problem because unless there's enough nodes, and unless there's enough nodes that are mining, is it really secure?
Well, and a lot of people don't really like proof of work either anymore.
Proof of work, any proof of work other than Bitcoin, I think is pointless. Maybe that's harsh, but yeah, I'm not a Caspa fan if you can't tell, but
But also with Caspa, it needs to be listed some more places, make it a little easier to buy. Do they even have development on top of it to build apps? I'm just asking out of curiosity. That's what they are. Also, Trey, I wanted to get over this ACLX real quick. So
the only thing I know about Caspa is that their people freaking love that thing, which that's a good thing. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, so I want to cover some of this token right here. So the wick to me didn't break above the triangle trend. So we still have 4 more days to do that. But I don't think we probably will because when I zoom into it, the daily, we have a red dot to the downside, view up coming down. Money flows, it's okay. It's been increasing, but still in the red. Stokes are high, strength also strength's coming down. Now the 12-hour, I'm feeling more pressure to the downside, so I'm going to try to catch that falling knife trend. So I'm thinking that this is actually in the price target range of going to be around $10. I think the momentum is going to carry us down. The VWAP almost wants to flip, but hasn't got to yet, and I haven't seen any signs of flipping on the Stokes RSI and strength, relative strength. And then the 4-hour, I'm zooming in a little bit more. We went from a 17 to a 9, which is showing that we're going to slow down on pressure, but we still have the momentum to the downside. We're starting to get that little bit of reversal on the Stokes, but I'm hoping that we get anchor trigger waves, kind of what I'm eyeballing right now. So the 12-hour, I think we could probably come back down to the $10 range, and that will complete the move to the downside for the falling knife. Now, we could get a reversal. This is this elongated light blue line is showing that there's not a lot of strength yet to get a flip. Like right here, you could totally see a sharp turn. Boom, we got the move. Like this doesn't look like it would got this move. It's elongated. Like even up over here, by the time we got the curvature, it was like 2 clicks. This is like 1 click, 2 click, 3 clicks. You could even argue there's a 4th click in here to get that strength. So I'm just not overly sold on it. We might get a short-term move before we get the longer-term move on the 12-hour before we can get the biggest move on the daily. So, short-term on ACLX, I would be slightly bullish to mid-term bearish to longer-term, or I would say that bearish. What did I say? I have to rethink of what I said. I think we'll go to $10 and then we could bounce off. We might get a quick wick up to like 11. Where are we at? 11.50 maybe. This zone. Maybe 12. We could get 12, but I think we're ultimately going to come down to 10 before we can get our full-on reversal. How's that? All right. Now you cover a coin.
Oh, which one?
Bitcoin dominance, because we were supposed to do that yesterday, but I don't know if we ever did.
We did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, you're right. Well, you know what? To cover Bitcoin dominance.
And DZ also said squid, so you should do squid and dominance.
To cover Bitcoin dominance, I'm actually going to take you over to our Discord signals because we had a market analysis on BTC.D. We also, here's a freebie, we had a new market analysis come in just 4 minutes ago. So it says, while Bitcoin is dipping, the number of wallets holding over 1,000 Bitcoin is increasing. Whales are buying the fear. Use this information wisely, and remember, don't panic out. So, there you go. Daily, you are doing what the whales are doing, my friend. So, you might be a shrimp or a trout or a salmon, or hey, maybe a swordfish, but you were doing what the whales are doing. And then last night we had Bitcoin dominance analysis. BTC.D has moved lower after breaking down from the ascending triangle and retesting it. This structure suggests further downside in dominance. If Bitcoin begins to move sideways or pushes upward, we could see a strong altcoin rally, as Bitcoin dominance typically moves inversely to the altcoin market cap. So, we see right here, I can't circle it because I'm not on TradingView, but we had this huge rising wedge on Bitcoin dominance, and we fell underneath it. And look at I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to blow it up as best I can, but you see how hard that wicked off of the rising wedge, and then not only that, it made a significantly lower low. Lower high. Granted, it's also making a lower low. A higher low. So that's consolidation, but I believe that it's consolidation for a move down, in my opinion. I think that it takes out this low back here before it takes out this high up here.
It's weird seeing it without your stochastics on there.
Right. So Daly said, I am a plankton. My life's whole purpose is to be food for the whale. Me too, Daly. Me too. But you know what?
Funny.
You know what? I'm actually, let me do this real quick. I'm going to read a Bible verse for you guys, or two. Let's see. Bible Gateway. And where am I going here?
When you're done charting the dominance trend and the other token, I want to chart Caspa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Share this tab instead. Okay, so I'll start at verse 14. It says, can you see me on the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. It says, and we urge you, brothers, admonish the idle. Talking about the lazy, those that don't want to work. Admonish the idle, encourage the faint-hearted, help the weak, be patient with them all. See that no one repays evil for evil. I heard Charlie Kirk say once that what's great about Western society when it's great is that we do good after evil, not evil after evil. But always seek to do good to one another and to everyone. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Do not quench the spirit, do not despise prophecies, but test everything, hold fast to what is good, and abstain from every form of evil. Now may the God of peace himself sanctify you completely, and may your whole spirit, soul, and body be kept blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. he who calls you is faithful, he will surely do it. This give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. I know you didn't even mean it this way, Daily, but it just triggered my mind this way. Like you're like, I'm a plankton. Me too. But hey, we give thanks to God in all circumstances. We could be living in a city built on stilts in Nigeria on the ocean, where you guys have heard me say this before, but where they cut holes in their floors and they poop into the water that they fish out of,
Or you could be born in one of those tribes in Africa that they're lion hunters and you have to learn to jump really good. I'd probably take the pooping in water than I would be a lion hunter.
Yeah, dude, I'd be out if I had to jump from it.
Jump yeah.
But and guys, also, I don't want to like poke fun. I don't want to make light of suffering either in the world. Like, I believe as a Christian that there's a marked day where Jesus will come again in glory and make every wrong thing right in the earth and end injustice on earth forever. The greatest injustice is that God is not worshipped day and night by every tribe, tongue, people, and nation. That's the greatest injustice. But I believe that Jesus will put an end to injustice at his coming. But for now, we give thanks in all circumstances. Whether you're a whale or you're a plankton, we give thanks in all circumstances. And comparison is the thief of joy, right? So if I'm comparing myself to you or you to me, or we're on here comparing ourselves to like Crypto Lifer. I know we bring his name up a lot. It's in a good hearted way, I believe. Like, we have our things that we might not like, but we've also I think me and G Square both watched the guy a lot, and we've both gained some inspiration from him. And so like, we bring him up in a good hearted way, even when we might disagree. But we're not on here like to compare ourselves to him or anyone else.
Yep.
That's going to Dubai and doing all the things or whatever, right? Like, we give thanks to God in all circumstances because this is his will for us. So
we are our own masters.
Yeah, I know that was a detour, but I'll come over here real quick. BTC.D and
Squid, SQD.
And Squid, got you. So if I go to the weekly, yeah, it's you still got this bear flag right here that I was I'll move the lines for you. Here's the lines of the flag when I drew it last, right? Upper, lower lines. Here's the flagpole. I'm just gonna erase that one. Okay, here's the flagpole right there, and we're currently breaking down out of that flag, and we may come up and retest this green line again. We may bounce off the point of control, give one more test to the green line. That wouldn't surprise me at all. So we could tap like the high 58s. We're already at 58.99, but we could tap 58.6 or something like that, and then come right back up here and test 60 again, reject, and then ultimately the measured move of this flag is 49.4%. So guys, that's telling you. Also, the stochastic RSI is high on the weekly Bitcoin dominance. RSI is about to make a bearish cross. MACD is looking to make a bearish cross. And we have a measured move target of 49.4% on BTC.D. So, guys, like, I know that this cycle has like really tested our patience and our our commitment when our time horizon doesn't play out. But this is telling you that the altcoin season, whatever it looks like this time, is still coming. So, another thing that shows me that it's time to like make some spot buys or maybe even some low leverage longs, which be careful about that. But is the fact that whenever I've seen Solana at like $135, like specifically 125 to 135, like that range has been a macro reset for Solana for a very long time. And look at the stochastics down here on the weekly. It's the exact opposite. Like these stokes look the exact opposite as the Bitcoin dominance, like you would expect. But man, like a rip from like 139 back to 250 right now for Solana is a really, really good play. I mean, throw 2-3x leverage on that, and man, so why is everyone talking about Lifer so much? I don't know, Banana Republic. It's just like I said, it's good-hearted. I think that because I was talking about comparison being the thief of joy, and he is I don't want to say he's the flashiest out there, because definitely like Carl and Crypto, like those guys are for sure the flashiest. But Ivor does come on stream.
Oh no, Alex Becker's pretty flashy.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Lifer does come on stream in a suit every day, and like a bunch of others, which I get why he does it. But I've heard his story about where he came from and like the discipline he developed in his life, and if that's what he wants to do is wear a suit, then good on him. But I was just making an illustration, not mean-spirited. What's next, Squid?
Yeah, Squid, SQD. We're lifers in our own way, man, because I bet you couldn't go get that guy to drink a beer and just chill out. I'm like, chill out, dude. Cars aren't going anywhere. They stay always there.
Right. I like how you said that. We're lifers in our own way, because I kind of am a lifer. Like I do a lot of my TA like the way that he does it. I mean, not every way, but using moving averages and stochastic RSI as a big base of my trading is like in large part because of him.
Right.
I'm not going to say the next thing. I was going to clown on someone else, but the other person I was about to clown on doesn't really.
No, you're not supposed to say it.
Got you. Okay, so where are we at here on Squid? Squid, we've got a lower low on the daily, but here's what I'm seeing though. Is that looks like a bullish divergence. Wait, no, it doesn't. Never mind. It looks like a bullish divergence when you draw it from here, but I guess that doesn't mean much. Okay, back to the drawing board. Well, the thing that I do really like about this on the daily is how low the MACD got, and now it's crossed bullish. So that's a great sign.
Yeah. Do you think it finally bottomed though, Trent?
No, I don't. Well, I don't because okay. Remember when I showed you the Solana chart? And where was the stochastic RSI? It was all the way down here. Like Solana is reset for a big run. Squid is not reset for a big run in the near term. Stokes are already all the way, back up here at 61. Like that's kind of showing me that it wouldn't be that hard for it to come back up and then reject off of the 21 and then potentially double bottom. So it could be true. It could be true that the true bottom is in, maybe. The RSI is low. The MACD is very, very low on the daily and crossed bullish. So those two things support your thesis. Never mind the pattern itself is it does look that way. But I think that when you break this, you're likely probably due for a retest of the breakout, right? Which, yeah, I think you can come up to the 21, reject, double bottom. That double bottom might go a little bit lower, who knows? But yeah, it does look bottom-ish on the daily. You look at the MACD, you look at the RSI. I don't hate accumulating this like it's the bottom. What I do hate is making Squid a disproportionate a percentage of your portfolio, because what really is Squid? I don't know anything about it. I think that'd probably be an unwise thing to do. But
Doesn't
we've all been there.
NFT Kid like Squid? I think he does, because I think he put it into his NFTs.
Why is this, Mr. Ethereum? I'm curious. Why does the you have a high trading capital? I think I get what you're saying. If 1% of your portfolio is actually a big amount, then buying this coin could really make you a killing. I think I get what you're saying. Maybe we'll chart that for you. What was next after Squid?
That BMNR.
Got you.
I'm cleaning up certain things that need to be cleaned, Trent.
Okay.
Did you get my drift?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Good stuff. BMNR.
What is it, Trent?
I don't know, but it's not coming up.
Did you try Coindex?
Bitmine Immersion Technologies? Is this a stock?
It sounds like a stock.
Well, yeah, Bitmine, I guess I would say that you're probably right. Teetering on the 200-day moving average right here, you wouldn't want to see it lose that, but it looks like, judging from the Stokes and the RSI on the daily, it looks like the bottom may have taken place above the 200-day moving average, which is really pretty great. So, yeah, probably right.
Are you getting ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're getting ready to wrap it up. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Ethereum. It's always nice seeing you. I'm always stacking my ETH, man. Building myself a bag. And that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Banana Republic, for coming on it. Daily, it's good seeing you. It's been a couple of days, Daily. I hope work's doing good. I hope you're traveling good. Hope you got some good brew. I'll check them out on the Discord here shortly. Kaufman, I hope you're able to hear some good advice and you're able to chew the meat and spit out the bones and figure out what you need to do. Bluntman, I know you're already gone, but thank you so much for tuning in.
JJ, I've had good luck with Amazon underwear for what it's worth.
I have too. I bought the mesh ones. I like those, man. Those are my favorite. Not the ones that have the horse trunk in them. I'm like, dude, come on, like that's just weird.
Banana hammock.
Yeah, I don't need that or a nut sack hammock. I don't need that, but mesh is fine.
Bill Clinton does.
Yeah, right. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you, JJ, for coming on in, Daily. Guys, if you haven't already, head over to JJ Cryptic Corner and subscribe to him. He puts up fire content, and he's a good friend of ours. Daniel Ghazi, it's good seeing you, my friend. And Rashilo, I hope you start trading, man, with some of that gains that you just got from that winnings. That's hammock. Yeah, you know what you know, what you don't know. Well, I don't know. I've never known that, but if I do know that, that's what I would call it. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. You guys take care. Peace. Nutsack hammock Trent.